I'm Simon Knight and I own the testing community news here at Guruk. For all our latest articles, please check out blog.guruk.com. I'd like to welcome Thomas Fritzen here today. Thomas, you're the Director of Quality Assurance at SportsRocket.com, is that correct?
Yes, I am.
Do you want to tell us anything more about your role there? What is it you do sort of day to day?
Day to day, I run all of the QA teams, not really too many of them, but the QA teams for SportsRocket.com. SportsRocket.com is a online media company that does CMS, change management systems, and they also do a lot of live streaming of events for sporting events. We have customers, sporting customers like the NLL, National Lacrosse League, and a couple other like soccer, AS Roma, a couple other places. I make sure that the live streaming and all that stuff is working properly. I also make sure that the CMS system is working properly for all our customers. They can upload videos and then also propagate them out to their websites to make sure that everything is going. We also do some website design also, and I make sure that the websites for these customers are working properly.
Okay, awesome. Are you a big sports fan yourself?
Yes, I am. I'm a pretty big baseball fan here in the United States, but I kind of like every kind of sports. So,
cool. It sounds like you're in the right role for that then.
Yes, I am.
Excellent. So before becoming a TestRail customer, can you explain some of the challenges that you were facing and why you ended up looking at TestRail as a potential solution?
Well, actually, I guess I should start off by saying I'm actually a two-time TestRail customer. I was working for HBO in New York City, and we were using a test management system, ALM, or what used to be called Test Director, Quality Center. We were using that, but it was too really big for what we were looking for. It was just very expensive and very cumbersome, and we weren't really using it to our potential. So one of my tasks there was to go around and look for all different test management tools to make sure we can get a more streamlined, a more inexpensive solution. And I came across TestRail. And then when I moved on and I came over to SportsRocket, one of the first things I did is that we didn't have any kind of test management tool here. They were using Excel spreadsheets. They were using Confluence to gather some of their requirements and stuff. And I said, well, I know of a really good tool that we could use that can help us out and better keep track of all of our test cases, test plans, test runs, and all that stuff. And then I showed it to them, and they were on board with it. So then we went with TestRail. It was about a year ago, actually, so because I've been here for a year. So, right. And that's really much the reason why. As far as in the QA world, especially in an agile methodology, which we employ here, you really need a good test management tool, especially for all your test runs, to keep them all in like one centralized location that anybody can like look at them and see, how well we're doing testing wise. So, and TestRail really helps us out with that.
Okay, awesome. So you've been using TestRail for about a year with SportsRocket, and you were using it for some time before that with HBO.
Yeah, probably about 2 years with HBO and a year with SportsRocket here.
So, I mean, you've already mentioned that having everybody be able to go into TestRail and see all of your test runs and the results of your tests in one place is kind of a key benefit for you. Have you, over the time that you've been using TestRail, have you seen any other benefits? What are the kind of key selling points of TestRail from your perspective?
Well, the key selling point is it pretty much centralizes everything that I need to do to test. I can put requirements into the TestRail. I can base my test cases and all my test scripts based on the requirements, and then with the interface with Jira, which we use here as our bug tracking system, I can port over my, if I find a bug while I'm doing my testing, I can automatically hook to Jira, and now that bug is attached to the test case in TestRail, so that I can show, a full abreast of everything I've done, from requirements all the way to bugs, to fixing the bugs and actually having the test case pass. One of the other things too is the way we can set up test runs is very, very important to me, because I work with an onshore offshore model, and I have have about a team of about 7 or 8 in India. So what I can do before I leave at night is set up a test run and say, okay, this is what I want you guys to cover tonight, because this is what was released. These are some new test cases. I can put them all into a test run and just, assign it to them, so that I know when I come in the morning, they've seen that, they can run their test cases, or they can run the test runs, and then I can see the results when I come early in the morning and see what was going on in the night before. So that's a lot of the benefits that I have with it. And also too, I really haven't delved much into the reporting yet. I'm just starting to get into more reporting. It's been kind of a little hectic around here. But trying to show like upper management, how well our test runs are doing. Are we passing a 95 or 98% pass rated on our, different test runs, so that we can show that we are showing, progress, also showing that we are seeing some issues. We do see some bugs, or where the bugs are coming from, so that we can gather all that information and say, okay, this is our health of our test cases and our test plan. So that really helps out a lot. The charts and graphs also help very much in showing that kind of information, which I've gotten a little bit into, but I need to delve into more.
Okay, cool. So mainly it sounds like integration with Jira, ease of collaboration across distributed teams, and it sounds like you're just getting into the reporting side of things, which I know some of our customers that I've spoken to previously have said is a major plus point for them as well. So hopefully, as you dig more into that, you're going to be very happy with what you find.
Yeah, so far what I've done, little minimized reporting wise, I've been impressed. So there's more stuff out there. So yeah, when I get more into that, I'll have more feedback on that, I guess.
Awesome. Well, I don't really have too many other questions. If you had to make a recommendation to anybody that was considering investing in a test management tool, what would you say to them?
I mean, there's a lot of test management tools out there. Some of them are very cumbersome. Some of them are very good and streamlined and can do what you need to get done without really having all the hot bells and whistles. I know, I think I said in the beginning, we were using Test Director or ATM or ALM. ALM, I think it's called. Yeah. And that is a huge tool. It has a lot of stuff in it, but I would say we were not even using half of what we could use it for. And it's just a lot of money. And then TestRail, to me, gives me what I need for not as much money, but it gives me, and I'm using the whole tool. I'm not just using bits and pieces of it, because we run, like I said, we can run the full breast of a test cycle, from requirements to writing the test cases to running the scripts. The only thing now, too, like I said before, is I know the reports are going to be, the only thing I have to start doing now is integrating. We have a lot of automation that's coming up, so I have to figure out how I'm going to integrate automation. And I know I have spoken to the guys over at Gerlach a couple of times about how we can integrate automation, so I might be contacting them soon. But, I would say of the test tools out there, it's very powerful, but it's not overwhelming. So I would, recommend TestRail for any test management project.
Awesome. All right, great. Thank you, Thomas Fritzen. Very much appreciated. Folks, just before I sign off, don't forget to check out blog.gurup.com for all the latest software testing community news. And Thomas Fritzen from SportsRocket.com, thank you so much for your time today.
No problem. Thanks a lot. We're good. Glad to be here.